Now, this terrifying tale comes from a Reddit user. I used to live alone in a small wooden house on the outskirts of Maine, the kind of place where the fog moves like it's alive and silence is louder than sound. It was peaceful until the noises started. Ah, Maine. The only thing Maine's good for is being in a Stephen King movie. I mean, they don't even have decent pizza there. But our protagonist certainly sounds like they were living in a Stephen King movie. At first, it was just at night. A soft, scratching sound beneath the floorboards. I thought it was a raccoon. I knocked the floor with a broom. Silence. But each night the noise returned. Scratch, shuffle, drag. And then it began during the day. Okay, so this is obviously some kind of animal. Obviously. But why does it make total sense? Why does it also sound like someone is shuffling around? Is this normal raccoon behavior? And if not, where is it learning this behavior from? Also, this sounds like a great opportunity to plug my support page. If you would like to support this channel, please go to the website. I told my neighbor, George. He just gave me a strange look and said, "Maybe the house is remembering." I laughed it off. But that night I didn't sleep, because that night the sound wasn't below me. It was inside the walls. This is where we start losing all credibility, because if these sounds were actually coming from inside the walls, our protagonist should have called the police immediately, not gotten their neighbor's opinion on the matter. But hey, I digress, I guess. They didn't find any raccoons or squirrels in the walls. I mean, they would have had to tear down the house to find out, right? So it's not like they could have really determined that that was what it was. I suppose it could have been an extremely large rat. I guess anything's possible. I pressed my ear to the paneling. Scratch, scratch, whisper. Was that a whisper? I backed away. My lights flickered just for a second. Then silence. Flickering lights are always a great sign. Flickering lights equals ghosts. Always. All right, I'm listening. Tell me what you want to tell me. The next morning I found something on the floor by the hallway. A tooth. Human. Small. Yellowed. I live alone. This is a very interesting detail. They live alone, yet there's a child's tooth under their floorboard. This is going to turn out to be the most mundane thing ever. I guarantee it. That afternoon I called the police. They searched the place. Nothing. But they did say something that froze my blood. There's a crawl space under your house. It looks like it hasn't been opened in decades. I never knew it existed. Oh, so there's a crawl space. Does anyone else think it's odd that neither our protagonist nor the police noticed this before? Like, how long has this crawl space been concealed? Why did they not notice it before? Honestly, I feel like this is something that should have been established like 2 paragraphs ago. I also get annoyed by the lack of concern over this tooth. There's a child's tooth under my floorboard. This belongs to a child who is no longer here. Okay, and this seems like the best time to call the police. It's like, why would you wait? You got the tooth. Now, you call the police. That night I dreamt of a little girl, crawling toward me, eyes black, mouth full of blood. She whispered, "I lived here too." I woke up screaming. Oh, for crying out loud. Crawling toward you with blood dripping from their mouth, saying, "I lived here too." Yes. Yes, I know. Because you found a tooth and because you're hearing noises and now you're having dreams about it. Everything makes so much sense. The next day I found the old trapdoor under the rug. I opened it. The stench hit first. Then I saw them dolls. Dozens of them. Torn, burned, buried. And in the corner, something worse. A child's mattress, chains bolted to the floor, a diary soaked in old blood. A little backstory on the author's house would have been nice. We do know that they live alone. We do know that the house is old enough to have a crawl space that has been concealed for decades. But we don't know anything else. Is it possible that the previous owner did these things? Sure. But it's also possible that the author's house is haunted by a murderous ghost. Maybe there's a serial killer living in the woods behind their house. All we know is that the author dug up a bunch of dolls in a crawl space. Oh, and they also found a diary. I don't remember them mentioning that until now. The first page said, her name is Ellie, and she must never escape again. That night, the whispers screamed. Furniture moved on its own. Scratches appeared on my arms. Deep, angry. And I swear I saw her standing by my bed. So Ellie is clearly the reason for all this insanity. But I don't understand. Why does she want to stay there? Who is escaping? What happened to her? Did she die in the house? Where are her parents? Is she haunting the home? Is she looking for revenge? Look, we've established that this story doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but we've got to try and establish a narrative, a timeline. So what exactly is going on here? I ran. I left the house the next day. I never went back. But sometimes when I wake up at night, I still hear it. Scratch, shuffle, drag. And I know she found me again, because the nightmares never left. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. The protagonist has experienced all of these events, okay? They've seen a dead child in a dream. They found a diary. They found a dead child's tooth, okay? They've seen dolls and chains, okay? And then furniture started moving on its own. But what finally sends them running? What is it about this situation that makes them run away? Because they've already seen, heard, and smelled plenty of things that should have terrified them. So what was it that made them run away? Hello? Yes, hello? Hello? Yes, this is the author. Yes, I would like to report a missing person. Her name is Ellie. Yes, and I believe she is a child. Yes, she is missing from a house. Yes, her diary was covered in blood. Yes, she is covered in blood. Yes, the dolls were covered in blood. Yes, there were also scratches on me. Yes, and she may be dangerous. Yes, you can come to my house and search it. Yes, I am currently staying somewhere else, but you can come and search my house. Thank you. Goodbye. Well, folks, that was a hell of a story. Thank you for watching. And if you'd like to listen to another terrifying tale, just click one of these. I bet they're really good.